A quadratic usually means something where there's squaring going on and not cubing or anything more complicated. So that's a quadratic, that's a quadratic, that is a quadratic, and you need to know how to factorize them. Well, this one here is just a straight out common factor. I see an x twice, write it once, open up a bracket, write what it used to be with, mentally check that if you form two products you get what you started with. This one is a very important thing to notice. It's squared thing minus squared thing. Whenever you see squared thing minus squared thing, lay down two sets of brackets and basically write the same bracket twice, once with a plus and once with a minus. It's very easy to pick the numbers. Just check that when you do this right eyebrow in the smiley face, you get what you started with. 3 times negative 3 is certainly negative 9. X times x is x squared. It's as simple as that. If there are three terms, a squared one, a not squared one, and a term that's got nothing to do with x, it's often the case that you have double brackets just like you had here, but you just have to be a bit crafty about what you choose. So if we're going to get x squared, we've surely got to have x and x. Okay, if we're going to get a 2, we better have a 2 and a 1. So let's just check that it works out. X squared is sweet. 2 times 1 is sweet. The nose in the smiley face would be 2x and the mouth would be 1x. 2x and 1x sure give 3x, so it's checking out. The worst one you can get is something like this. It's 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. What makes that annoying is that there's 2 there, and 15 is not nearly as nice as 2 because 2 is a prime number. There's not so many ways to break up 2, but there's a couple of ways to break up 15. Now, we're going to use something that Miss McKeever recommends. To factorize this, she recommends imagining where 11x came from. So 11x could have come from 9x plus 2x. It could have come from I don't know, 5x plus 6x. It could have come from I don't know, 20x minus 9x. It could have come from a whole bunch of places. So she recommends just mucking around with a couple of those, but only select one where this times this is the same as that times that. So 2 times 15 is 30, 9 times 2 is 18. They're not the same. We don't want that one. 2 times 15 is 30, 20 times negative 9 is a negative 180, so we don't want that one. But this one is sweet. 2 times 15 is 30, 5 times 6 is 30, so this is sweet. What she says to do now is to just take it in 2 pairs. I see a common factor. I see a common factor of x. Let's take that common factor out. That's sweet. I now see a common factor of 3. And this method is so designed that you almost always now get something repeated. What do you do when you get something repeated? You write it once. You open a bucket and write it twice. So that's just quick you another example each of the